to FABWATCH. It's like Baywatch, but instead of watching the bay, we're watching Fab.
I don't think we're as beautiful as the people on Baywatch. Just saying.
Well, no, it's just where they watch the bay, right? So we're watching Fab.
Sure, we'll go with that.
That's how it's like Baywatch. Today, I wanted to talk about Welcome to Wraith Cold Foil Comets while my cat destroys the chair. So I picked up Refraction Bolter's Cold Foil this week because I had the thought and looked and saw there are not many Cold Foil commons from WTR left on TCG Player. I don't know how many more will be added. Like at what pace they'll be added.
Mhm.
So I decided to grab one that I play, which makes sense. The
Yeah,
Refraction Bolters, they are gorgeous in Cold Foil. And I just think it's really cool for around the price of a case. You can have like a modern set. That's weird to say, a modern Flesh and Blood set. Um, that you can get a cold foil common from the original alpha printing. So I pulled up all of them here so we can take a look at them all. There are a lot, but we'll move through them pretty quickly. And then at the end, we have some surprise tips of some things that we found that were interesting and are also disappearing for now, but I think those will be replenished at a higher rate than these. Um, so Refraction Bolters is the first one I pulled up because this is the one I picked up for my Dory deck. And we have it here sitting at 350. And the next one's 430 and then
yeah, that's
500.
crazy jump.
So it's not like there's a whole lot left. Like that's it. Um, this is a graded one at 795. I'm not into the whole graded thing, but I just found it really interesting that you know there are still some within that price of a case. The next one I pulled up was so these are all the commons from WTR because there aren't a whole lot of cold foils. It's just the legendaries and the commons and the fable. So
Equipment, right?
equipment, yeah. Well, there aren't cold foil other cards.
Agreed. I
Yeah,
That's my point. Yeah,
yeah.
it's because you said just the commons. I was like, well,
Common
not all the
equipment, common
common
equipment. Yeah.
equipment. Yeah,
So you have bark bone strapping at 269. So
such an iconic card too.
yeah, iconic card, but less played. And that's another thing that I also kind of noticed about these is the price kind of goes with its playability,
That
being a player's market.
I don't know. Well, let's see what Hardened Crossstrap is because that definitely has been played in some decks for sure
Yes,
as a filler chess piece. Yeah, it has some
for
very cool use cases.
Blitz.
I've seen it in CC.
Okay.
Yeah,
But then we have Helm of Eisen's Peak at 300. Also not very playable. But oh wait, I didn't check. Yeah, so there's 7 listings for the bark bone strapping, which is one more than the refraction bolters. And then we have Helm of Eisen's Peak at 300 with 4 listings, which I found pretty interesting. Now this one isn't played though. So this would
because
be
the helmet.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Also iconic from the early days, but yeah, it just doesn't find much use. The bark bone strappings in Rhinar decks because of the roll thing, and you probably have gambler's gloves, et cetera, et cetera.
True.
Can make key turns with it.
But I'm sure this with all the silver and cold foil,
Oh, I bet it looks
it would
gorgeous.
be yeah. And it's one thing to see pictures of these and imagine it's when I got the refraction bolters, it's another thing to actually like hold it and see it. It's gorgeous. Then we have breaking scales at 445. Now this is still played in Katsu. This is still played in a lot of ninja decks. So again, playability. We have 5 listings. Doesn't jump as high as the others, but fewer listings.
Wonder how that one looks.
Yeah, I'm thinking there's not as much probably in the wrists and the sword, but I have not seen one in person. So I do not
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, I'm curious. I don't think I've seen
Maybe
one
on the
either.
bands.
Yeah. And then of course the border, but that's yeah,
Yeah, of course.
curious.
Yeah.
But this was the early days of cold foiling too. They didn't
Yeah.
have as much of the detail, that they do these days.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, the refraction bolters, there's even like gold foiling on the gold parts.
Is there? That's
Yeah.
cool.
It's
That's
this
cool.
card. Yeah. It's gorgeous. Hope Merchant's Hood, which is played in Kano,
Yeah, another classic.
379. See, it
My
did
God, look at the price
did have
jump.
a jump. Yeah.
It was just a normal.
That's the normal.
The
Yeah.
cold foil's not even on there.
First edition
Are
normal. Yeah.
are there any for sale?
The cold foil?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
There are
okay,
6
there.
for
Yeah.
sale. So a decent 1, 2, 3, 4 in that like $400 price range, and then it jumps to 500.
Yeah.
So I think these are all on the press. Like these are still in case price range, but I
Yeah.
can't see them being in case price range long.
No, this is a good thing to point out. You're right. I didn't realize how low the stock was on all of these.
Yeah. Heart and cross strap. So here's your heart and cross strap.
Yep.
387. Better than Tunic and Blitz. And there's only
There's
4
only four.
listings.
Yeah, because this is very iconic. This has been a piece of tech in so many decks that need that just have to have it,
Yeah.
resource. Again, mostly like Reinars and stuff like that. Things that don't have dedicated chess pieces.
Yeah. Ninjas. Ninjas play it.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yep. That's where I saw it last was a ninja deck. You're right.
Yep. Then you see this a lot in Dash at
Yeah.
290. Now this
Is
one
that
surprised
still
me.
legal?
Yeah, this is legal.
Okay. I thought they banned. Oh no, that was the hammers.
Cross
The
strap
the
too.
hammers got no, the hammers got banned. What's it
Stubby
called?
hammers.
Subby hammers. That's what I was
Yep.
mixing it up with. I was
Yep.
like, wait, is this legal?
No, yeah, Goliath Gauntlet. It's played in Dash. I played it in Arachne. I played it in a couple decks. But this one's at 290 with 5 listings, and then jumps up to 327.
What was
So
the
there's the
last cold
one
foil sale? Just curious. Like is
just for
290
this one.
under what it is? Yeah, just for that one.
Some of these weren't even
I
giving me
think
data.
no, go to filter again. You got to change it. It's first edition cold
Oh,
foil because they have the two different things now. Yeah, there you go.
yeah,
That
290,
range,
300. Yeah,
and higher. That's actually a low sale because it's
yeah,
an unrated seller.
right.
Interesting.
And then of course Snapdragon.
Snappies, yeah.
Snaps already.
Well,
It's
look how
already there.
gorgeous that art
Oh,
is,
absolutely.
and then you
And
throw
so
in the
highly
cold foil.
and so
So
highly
iconic.
iconic,
Yeah,
playable, generic.
yeah,
I mean,
yeah. That jumped. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Look what's that? Like 6, 8,
yeah,
850, nine
yeah,
hundred, 2,000.
yeah, yeah. It's a BGS 9.5 Black Label.
Oh, okay. That actually is worth
Yeah.
2,000 then. Yeah, I didn't realize it was graded. Yeah.
Sales history. Foil. Yeah, so it sold for It sold for
It sold
500,
higher
500, 900.
than 950. Yeah. I believe it. I believe it. I'm not surprised at all. They are
And
iconic as all hell.
yeah, then I grabbed the Iron Rots. The Iron Rots are the last here. Still way cheaper, but again, less playable. But can be in. Um, it's still a WTR alpha cold foil,
Yep.
and then you jump up to 329 with the plate because obviously, like they're way better helms now that are way cheaper. I mean,
Oh,
of
yeah,
course,
for
you can buy
sure.
the 2-cent version of this card, but the idea behind bringing this up is owning an iconic piece of Flesh and Blood cold foil alpha is
Yeah.
just, I don't know, there's something to it that's pretty cool. Like one of the highest chase rarities in the first original printing set.
Yeah, pulling a cold foil on those sets was a bit of magic. It's magical.
Yeah. We got 6 listing on the plate. The gauntlets, which I was surprised that the plate was higher than the gauntlets because the gauntlets I feel like are played more because less people have
Dedicated gloves.
dedicated gloves. So I'm thinking this might be a collector piece because I'm guessing that this looks
Looks awesome.
incredible.
Yeah, I bet that does look awesome. I also think the Mon version of these, not the Rot, but the other
Ironhide.
Ironhide, is that it? Yeah, the plate set
Mhm.
there, are probably played more. I'm not sure about that.
Uh,
I know a lot of my
depends.
decks play, but I also play resource decks that do setup stuff, so they tend to have an extra resource. This is free versus using the resource to do it. Um,
Yeah, because
yeah,
you're not pitching on your defensive turn and losing a card.
yeah, exactly. But again, I play a lot of card or decks that like to have extra resources, so it's not the biggest deal to pitch.
Extra resources on a defending turn?
Yeah, Icelander.
Oh, okay. Fair. Stupid. Overrated.
I think
I
that was
think
the last place I played it the most.
and the legs are actually legitimately played in Guardians
Mhm.
because then you don't have to block. So although it is sometimes Ironhide as well.
Yeah, I was about to say Ironhide is, I think, more common. I'm not sure
Yeah.
why. They look better, that's for sure.
Well, because
They're
they
not
pay
all
for
beat up.
defense reactions too in instance to prevent.
That's right, because especially in Guardian, because they're
Yeah.
going to be doing all
And
that stuff
you
anyway.
just don't have boots.
Yeah, 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 fair.
Now when they print Guardian boots one day. But that does it for all the WTR cold foils comments. Anything stand out for you?
Not in particular. I mean, I think, like you said, they're all in that state of this is about to get nutsy.
Mhm.
Because they're all in that kind of 300 range, about to go over the
None of
top.
them none of them have I think 7 or 8 was the most listed,
Yeah, that's. I mean, there's not that many left on any of them.
and some of them are
So
way higher priced.
pretty interesting. Now, were there cold foil weapons in WTR or no?
Promos.
Just promos. Oh, they were the armory kits, weren't they?
Yep.
Which are super rare in some cases. Oh, no, no, no. I think they reprinted them in crew with cold foils. Yeah, because I think I remember Kadachi cold foil being in crew.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, or some of them maybe. I'm not sure if all of them.
But yeah, you want to move on to our tips of the week?
Yeah, so if you stuck around this long, got a couple little sneaky tips, maybe sneaky. I don't know. We'll see in a second. Maverin Skies, I noticed, was moving. I think they were like $5 a couple weeks ago.
This is in relation
Runeblade,
to the first edition rainbow foil
yeah, yeah, the whole rainbow foils are just disappearing from the first three sets. It looks like collectors are finally moving on to crew,
and rare.
because the other ones have disappeared essentially. So what you're seeing is the rainbow foils of everything, and you're starting to get bought up in crew now. And this was $5 for weeks, and as you can see, scroll down a little bit so you can see the chart. It's flat, 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 and now it's kicking up. I think the lowest one is $15 right now. And then the
14.50.
next, 15, about 15, and then it goes up to 24. And there's only 3 on the market. So just
That's a
be
playset.
aware. Yeah, exactly. Buy your rainbow foil playset and wipe the market out like crazy.
I mean, there are
Um,
34 of the unlimited edition, to be fair.
oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
this card is not about playability.
Right.
This is a collecting situation that's happening, and that's why I wanted to point out, because this is the first I've seen crew get hit like this. And I think if you look in the sale history, you'll see there's like a ton of them that got bought in like a 2-day period.
Including one of my
So
favorite cards, not a rare, but Spoils of War.
yeah,
I love this card so much.
go look at the chart for that one too. Just as a hint, we know the charts aren't perfect, but this
No.
is one of those things going down, going down, going down, going down. Starting to go back up. So
Yep.
this is when I like to hit market things like we talk about in the market update. So that one still has plenty though. There's like 2 pages of them, but I
Well
think there's only
illustrated.
like 8 until it hits 100 though. so,
Yeah.
so, so yeah, it is happening in crew now. Expect in the next call it month or so, rainbow foils of all types in crew to just kind of go the way of the dodo, like all the previous sets.
I love Crew
And
so much.
and then we'll be on to Monarch, and that will be the real stopgap, I think. That's where things will hold up because Monarch has a lot more supply than Crew and Arc and WTR did.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I think the
But
collectors have to take a break at that point.
but
Maybe.
maybe the collectors take a break, but then the players hop in because we're going dusk till dawn, and there's probably going to be demand for some of those cards in Mon.
Sure, the regular versions, but I'm talking the rainbow foils, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, all
Some
this is
people like to.
only everything I've said is just relevant to the rainbow foils. These cards are available across the board. Like, you
Absolutely.
can get them to play. It's the
Yeah.
rainbow foils. The collectors keep targeting, like, one set at a time and just buying them up until what used to be $3 to $5 cards are, like, 25 plus. Like, that's what's happened every set now, and now we're on Crew. And I don't see them coming down again, you know?
Yeah. I mean, they've been circulating. They've been out there.
Yep. So
Cool.
so that's it. That's the tip. Hopefully you guys can catch it before it goes crazy and gets out of control.
My advice: grab something that you play with. Grab something that you get to look at every time you get to pull out your deck. It's just, I don't know. It's nice. It's fun. But until next week, where we watch more Fab, thank you for joining us, and we'll catch you later.
Have a good one.